Hey, good morning. It is currently May 26th, 7:47 a.m. Still in Hawaii. So this morning I am going to highlight again. I posted on here earlier on the post part, but the person who is the administrator on this network has blocked me from posting posts on YouTube, and he has blocked several of the tarot readers that are speaking in third person about the incidents and the things that are going on behind the scenes. So he has blocked me, the administrator has blocked me from seeing certain information. So that is a violation of freedom of press. Also, freedom of speech, because he has taken the ability for me to send out messages to the people that watch my network and get information to testify against them. So that and then also he got on under a false under a fake created YouTube account and started talking about me being on drugs because of these blemishes on my face that I have gotten from like drinking C4 energy drinks and a lot of the pre-workouts that they have on this island, because he knows the people that bottle and can this stuff, and he has them in his pocket. He paid for these people. Also, they're all connected. This is a big-ass RICO crime. They're all connected. These people have been doing this to me since I was a child. Not the poisoning part, but, I mean, this should be labeled attempted murder because they're trying to kill me slowly and by poisoning me. Also, I want to bring to note that when I was at US Vets, I was there for 2 days, and they had changed the caterer, and a different caterer started coming when I arrived. So they were using their catering system to actually poison me as well. All the products that were there that were supposedly donated had toxins in them, and the staff and administration there would give me toxic, polluted products. All the clothes that were donated, when I would take donations from them, like if I needed a shirt or a pair of pants for an interview, there would be chemicals all in it. They use government grants to order like shoes for like workforce. So the woman over there, her name was Whitney. I ordered a pair of shoes through this program, and when I got them, they were New Balance, and they had been opened up, and there was chemicals sprayed all in the fabric of the shoes. So where when I put them on my feet and I did my cardio, or whenever I wore them and worked, whatever, and sweat happened, then these chemicals would be absorbed into my feet. And your feet have pores on them that are very significant, and it hits your bloodstream pretty quick, just like your hands, your feet, your mouth, your nose, your ears. All these are energetic gateways where things can be put into your body. Like your clothes are like right on your skin. So if you perspire, and they have chemicals in the clothes, and your skin absorbs them like drinking water. So these things were done to affect my health in a negative way, and I just want to point these things out. You notice the way my speech has changed since I stopped taking these pre-workouts. Like the cognizance of my dialect is 100% better. So not taking cream and sugar in my coffee has made a significant difference. Not taking this caffeine from these different energy drinks has made a significant difference. Also, like when I would eat the food, they would put something in the rice, and when I would eat it, it would give me a massive headache, and like within 3 to 5 minutes of consuming this food. The water at US Vets had a slimy chemical in it. These people are all connected to people from the mainland that have been following me, stalking me, and trying to slowly like dissolve me. It's a program that they did in Nazi. The Stasi's used it in Nazi Germany. It's called Zersetzen, and they destroy your family first, so you have nobody to use as a lifeline to call for help, and then they destroy your career, which was what they did by creating different trucking companies. And when I would go to work for these companies, they would work me for like 2 weeks, not pay me, strand me, and put a bad mark on my MVR and my work performance records. So in other employers, when I would have to list them as a reference, they would give them bad information whenever I called. That's also defamation of character. They did that and stranded me like 2 or 3 different times in different parts of the country, and I had to kind of backpack or hitchhike, do whatever I had to do to get back to a safe place out of their reach. And there wasn't really a safe place. When I got to Phoenix, I was protected there by people from another country, and God bless them. You know what I mean? They protected me. I know they did, and I think they knew what I was dealing with more than I did. And so shout out them. They know who I'm talking about. That's the gist of what I wanted to get out today. I don't know if this is something that can be filed as a police report, but I'm going to attempt today to make a police report about this. And then I'm going to this phone, the administrator is actually my brother, because he has blocked certain content that is exposing their affiliation with these criminal networks. I really truly hate that this is the way things are, and I hate that I see things for what they really are. But this has been my life since I was a child. I've been it's reactive abuse. My whole family has done reactive abuse. When I went into the Army, I was 17, and I had a car wreck before I went in the Army, which might have been planned. After that car wreck, I recovered and went to basic immediately. At 17, I joined basic training, but there was a lawsuit going against this young lady that was driving the car when we had an accident, and my mother said she knew an attorney, and me being a trusting person, me, my friend, and my other brother all let my mother go through her attorney, and she took the opportunity to request a power of attorney from me to deal with this court proceedings while I was in the state. I was in basic training and in school, AIT. I was in North Carolina and Virginia in aircraft maintenance school. I was a helicopter mechanic on I had a top secret security clearance. I graduated at the top of my class, the highest score. I was distinguished honor grad, and I was doing great. And then when I went back around my family, they just threw me for a emotional loop, and kind of messed my whole career up a little bit. I went AWOL a couple times, but when I did, they didn't cut my payoff after 2 weeks. They were supposed to cut my payoff after 2 weeks, but they didn't. So I accumulated a massive debt of like $36,000 that I owed them, and I had to go back, turn myself in at 9/11 because I wanted to go and fight for my country, and I felt patriotic, and then I just felt like it was the time to go back and the right thing to do. And so when I went and turned myself in, they never knew that my pay was cut off. So I went to the same unit I was supposed to be at, and they were actually supposed to put me in a new unit to give me a fair chance so I'm not discriminated against what had happened in my past, my UCMJ action, but they never did that. I was in a vehicle rollover, like before I got out. When they knew I was getting out, I still had about 2 months to get out. And then there was another vehicle accident. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but I told the guy that was driving that he was fishtailing around these curves, and I didn't have a seatbelt. They put me in a back of a Humvee, a cargo Humvee with no seatbelt to go do a range detail, which is common kind of to happen. So it wasn't something I raised a red flag for me. And the guy kept fishtailing this Humvee around these curves, and it was just making me very uneasy. And so I sat up and I sat on the bench, and he went around one more curb, and I felt the center of gravity shift, and I leaned forward, and that was all I remember. When I woke up, I was underneath the Humvee. My leg was pinned underneath it. I couldn't even get it off of me. And so another guy had to, they were hanging upside down when I came to, and I smelled gas, and I yelled, "I smell gas, get me out of here. I can't get out from under this thing." And so the guy had to come back and help me apply lifting force to move to get my knee out from under this knot on the my knee out from under the bow of the Humvee. I finally got out. I had a super bad concussion. We went to the hospital there at Blanchfield Army Medical Center. It was very quick. Back then we didn't have cell phones, so the guy that was in the passenger seat had to jog to get help. The person that was driving, his name was Hun, H-U-N-N, Private Hun. I remember that. And I don't remember the guy's that was the passenger's name, but he was from a different unit, same battalion. And he ran, jogged, and got help. They came back with an ambulance, strapped me to a board, took me to the hospital. I had a really bad concussion. I remember that. They did blood work, all this stuff, and I was having my wife, the person I was married to at the time, was actually cheating on me. So I had issues with my home life, and I was trying to get back to my house. So when they figured out I didn't have any, they just did cranial examinations to see if the concussion, it was a concussion protocol is what they did basically. They didn't check my spine, anything like that. But I'm 100% sure that I incurred a herniated disc while that rollover happened, because I was leaning forward, and when the center of gravity shifted and the G-forces, I think it herniated my disc. It applied so much pressure to my lower spine and herniated my disc. And then I started having back problems when I got out of the Army, and went to hospitals, eventually had back surgery. But this is me just giving you some rundowns of some of the things that have been happening. But my mother had that power of attorney, and I didn't think about it at the time, but I think she's been using that power of attorney my entire life. And when she passed away, I think my family was all scrambling to try to create another one to control something that I don't even know anything about. So this is something I just need to put out into the video form to have my opinion, my perspective on what has happened out in public. Thanks.